Hello everyone, I am Hindi Majumdar, a legal professional as well as Assistant Professor of Law at University of Engineering and Management, Kolkata. Previous day, I have discussed some of the features of the Indian Constitution, but today I will be discussing the rest of the features of the Indian Constitution in detail. Then comes the feature of fundamental rights, which is considered as the heart of the Indian Constitution. As you all know that Part 3 from Article 12 to 35 of our Indian Constitution enumerates with the fundamental rights of its citizen. These rights are applied to every citizen of India irrespective of caste, race, religion, language, gender, sex and so on. These rights have been borrowed from the Constitution of USA. They are enforceable by the courts which are subject to specific restrictions. Then comes another important feature of the Indian Constitution, that is the directive principles of state policy. These principles are enumerated in Part 4, that is from Article 36 to 51 of the Indian Constitution. These principles or the directives have been borrowed from the Constitution of Ireland, which itself had borrowed them from the Republican Constitution of Spain. According to Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, these principles are the instruments of instructions given by the Constitution to the government, and they are not enforceable in any court of law. Coming to the next feature of the Indian Constitution is very important, which we consider the fundamental duties. These duties were not previously there in the Indian Constitution. By the 42nd Amendment Act 1976, on the recommendation of the Swaran Singh Committee, only 10 fundamental duties were inserted in our Constitution in Part 4A. Now, these duties have increased to 11 by the 86th Constitution Amendment Act of 2002. The purpose is just to remind the people that while exercising their right, they should also perform their duties, as we can say that the rights and duties are related. Then comes the feature of secular state. So what does the word secular mean? It is something which is not connected with any religious or spiritual matters. So India, being a land of many religions, the founding fathers of our constitution thought it proper to make it a secular state. India is a secular state because it makes no discrimination between any individual on the basis of religion. Neither it encourages or discourages any religion. Then comes the feature of independent judiciary. As you all know that Indian Constitution provides for an independent judiciary. So it is a kind of independence that the courts and judges ought to possess. So judiciary has been made independent of the executive as well as the legislature. Here, the judges give impartial justice. Last but not the least comes the feature of single citizenship. The Indian Constitution provides for only one and only single citizenship. There is no provision for dual citizenship under the Constitution of India. But the Constitution of United States provides for the provision for dual citizenship. In India, so we are the citizens of India only and not of the respective states to which we belong. These provisions would help in promoting the unity and integrity of the nation. So last but not the least, it can be concluded that Indian Constitution occupied an important position in India. It is remarkable for many of its outstanding features which will distinguish it from the constitution of other countries. So with all these features, Indian Constitution is the constitution which is best suited to the Indian environment. And the constitution has been helping India to organize and run her government and administration in an effective way, both in terms of peace and war. Thank you.